Just hold on. So if I sit down, yeah, you know I'm a little short. You think it's good?
Yeah, it's good.
Yo, what is going on, y'all? It is your boy AT from AT's Barstool. So I'm here with Marcel Ramirez. And Marcel, how are you feeling today?
Feeling great actually. Had a productive day today. Went to the gym this morning. Feel great.
And we want to talk about you and Albright this year. How do you feel about the team that has been built up these last couple weeks or the last couple months? And just how do you feel?
I feel like Albright this year is gonna be really good. I feel like we're having a complete rebrand. Having a new coach, having a lot of new recruits this year, but I feel like we have a great strong of guys. They're all good. We're all talented. Now it's just time to mesh it all together for the season to start, so we can just start strong and just head into the season with like a level head and work together.
And what do you think your role would be going into this season, going into 26, 27 year?
I feel like during my senior year, I did like a lot of time handling the ball. So one thing going into college, I wanted to be more of a point guard. I feel like throughout my like career as like a basketball player, I've always been a shooting guard. And going into college, I want to like revamp this new role of being a guard, being a combo guard, being able to play the one and the two at the same time. Shoot the ball a lot. I'm a great shooter, so that's one thing I want to do is put the ball in the basket. Um, Even though Albright, we have a lot of guards coming in, but it's gonna be fun having us just playing fast, and I don't know. I want to be more of a combo guard in college.
All right. And how has your experience been during the last 4 years at Conrad? And even at AI Middle when I played with you in eighth grade, how was that?
AI middle was great. I mean, playing with Coach Moffat and Martin, they taught me a lot. So I'll start from there. From eighth grade year, it definitely was like a learning experience. Due to COVID, I didn't really have much of a middle school career, so I definitely tried to put all my energy into my eighth grade year and play well, which ultimately led me at Conrad. My past career at Conrad was great. I learned a lot from Coach McLean and Coach Johnson and all the coaches there, obviously. Um, they really did a good job like developing me into like a real basketball player and learning all aspects of the game, how to play all five positions, whether I'm gonna play all five positions or not. Turned me into a scorer, turned me into a playmaker. Um, Ultimately, senior year didn't go as what I expected, but overall, it was a great learning experience, and it was a great time to have there, especially going into college. Learned a lot from there.
All right, all right. And what's some other ones I can ask? Oh yeah, and what would be some adversity you think you're gonna face when you go down to Albright?
Just being in a new environment. I mean, Albright is a Division III school. I haven't played any college. I don't have any college experience yet as of yet. So I feel like some adversity I'm gonna have is adjusting. It's a new coach, a new system, a new place, a new environment. I'm playing with an entirely new team. So I feel like that's like the strongest adversity that I'm expecting going into college. But I feel like all the work that I put in leading up to where I am today, and everything I've learned from my previous coaches and just being willing to adjust, I feel like I could turn that adversity into something great.
All right. And who was the best teammate you ever played in, ever since you played basketball?
The best team I ever had, shout out to eighth grade year. Best team I ever had was right here, Aaron Thomas.
All right.
Yeah, AT was a great teammate. Eighth grade was a time to be had. He was my guy. He was a great teammate, obviously. Some other teammates I would like to have is, or other teammates I like to mention is Vinny Starr. he is a great player. He's going to play basketball at Grenada Mercy. He was a great teammate. Jordan Kennedy was also my time here at Conrad. Great teammate. And one person I do want to shout out is Carter Barkowski. Um, he's a great locker room guy. That's my guy. On the court, off the court. That's just my guy, and I love him. But I feel like throughout my whole of my whole basketball career, I shared like a lot of great teammates, and every single one of them played a part into who I am today, whether it be on the court or off the court, my character or just my effort that I put in on and off the court. But I have a great share of teammates, and I respect all of them. I love all the guys.
I appreciate that. And yeah, I mean, I've seen a couple games of yours. Been watching you play since the 8th grade. I mean, your development has been amazing. I'm not gonna hold you. What's another question? Oh yeah. If you had a chance to play any other sport, right? If it wasn't basketball, what other sport would you play?
I feel like growing up, I played a whole bunch of different sports, whether it be football, soccer, baseball, and all. I played every sport in the book growing up, and I feel like I did have a passion for football, especially in middle school. I really had a strong passion for football. I was a quarterback, so I feel like that would be one of the sports that I would have done if I didn't do basketball. Um, Another sport, it's a new hobby of mine, fishing. I feel like I can go pro in fishing. I really do. I can. He can make all his face all he wants, but
All
that's
right.
something I feel like I can go pro in.
All right.
But definitely either fishing or football. I've definitely like my parents did a good job of like exposing me to all different type of environments and all different type of sports. So I feel like I have a fair grasp of what I can be good at and what I wouldn't be good at. But if I had to choose two sports, those probably would have been.
You lucky that I can't edit this video because I'll be editing that whole picture you posted with the fishing. Yeah, I wouldn't.
He know.
That's
He know.
one ironic. Oh my god, I had to screenshot that one on your story, man. Telling you, yeah, man. Wait, you got any questions for me?
Um, one thing I do want to ask is just how just been all this whole podcasting been like how it's been the like just networking, just broadcasting yourself onto the world, onto Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Like that's one thing I want to know, like how's like the whole experience been making all these new connections and being able to network yourself like in a space like this, because not many people take this route when it comes to like social media. So I just want to hear like your part of it, like your experience so far.
Well, my experience so far, I mean, it's been pretty good. It's a lot, especially like having to like get media passes, and now I'm doing video graphic. So now I'm like making videos for other players, exposure and all that, or giving them exposure, and then traveling, crap ton of gas, man. It's so much. You're going from up Delaware to downstate Delaware, close to Maryland, going to PA, possibly even going to Jersey, maybe. But it's been a great experience though. I mean, it's a lot. You connect with like parents, players, coaches. You know, talk to a whole lot of people, especially when you build your brand up. It's like now more people like know you. They like, oh yeah, you this that the third, and it's like instead of just knowing you because like they know you personally. I mean, it's been a great experience, Joe, and you meet a lot of cool people too, and you get to more like know like more people like deeper. Like there's some guys, like some players that I played against back in high school when I was at Dickinson. I didn't really like, kind of didn't like no offense to them, but like, yeah, I kind of like didn't really like them or whatever, or like was cool with them. And then I started to talk to him more, and we kind of like made that little like friendship or whatever connection. And it's like, you know what, they're not even like as bad as the person as like I thought they are. It's just I was so wrapped up into like sports like basketball, football, like it was like, yeah. And I mean, but for the most part though, it's been really good. It's just been tough, like too, because your schedule's like filled up, and a lot of people want you to come to games, want you to come see them play, and yeah, and it's like you're in like one building, you're not even playing and you're just sweating and like sitting down for like hour or two,
Yeah.
like hours. It's ridiculous, but it's been great though. It's been pretty good.
That's good. You being an athlete and stuff like that, like I feel like you taking the time out your life to like kind of like expose other people, give them exposure to scouts, colleges, and just media, and just like you being an athlete yourself, it's kind of like different seeing like an athlete wanted to like not on like an athlete wanted to like give exposure to other people because I know you coming out of high school you had offers for multiple sports, so it's kind of just like interesting like hearing that you had offers in this that and these sports, but now you want to give other people the chance to earn offers and gain exposure from playing their sport. So it's like it's interesting like seeing your journey as well because like not many people know, but I've known him since like eighth, seventh grade. It's been a while, so
Yeah,
like just seeing like the journey you take, the journey you took to get to where you're at now has like been interesting, and like watching all that happen and unfold.
yeah, I appreciate it. And I mean, yeah, like I'm gonna be honest. Like the one thing I kind of feel like I messed up on, and I feel like that other people didn't want to like I don't want other guys to mess up on. It's just like having to like barely have any film, and then you get some offer, and you still got to pay like as much.
Yeah,
And I feel like that's where kind of like where my career stopped for like football and lacrosse, where it came down to like money, cause I had like D3 and then JUCO, but I still have to pay like a couple thousand, if not like almost like 20K, and we didn't have that much.
mm,
And for other athletes, I don't want them to be in that situation. That's why I started all this, and I want them to get exposure like as early as it can be, like probably like sophomore, freshman year, maybe even eighth grade. Like for my AAU team that I'm about to have this upcoming year, I'll be accepting guys from eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th, and if you're an unsigned senior in like the class of 27, which 2027 summer is coming up, or it'll be coming up next year, I'll accept those guys. If you're not unsigned, or if you're unsigned and undecided, come play for Barstool Hoops, and we'll be coaching. So yeah, um, but for the most part though, it's really just about like just giving guys better opportunity and just pretty much hopefully getting guys free rides to like high Division 1, Division 2 schools, and yeah, just put Delaware in a good place. Honestly, that's really the main goal. If Delaware is in a good place with sports, I think I did my job, and I think everybody else or every other media outlet in Delaware did their job. But I would say, oh yeah, another question too. This is kind of like off the sports. What are like 5 states that you've never been to that you want to go, like visit,
um,
or it can be countries. It don't matter.
countries.
Yeah,
I feel like I do want to become like a travel person. I do want to visit and go like just travel basically. But since you said countries, I answer countries. I definitely want to go to Italy, Dubai, France. Um, Even though it's not really like a country per se, it's Saint Croix. It's one of the Virgin Islands. That's the place I want to go to. And probably Jamaica. I feel like those are all like places that like are like they're so like beautiful to go there. I be seeing like all the posts and all that, but those are actually like great places to like go. And Jamaica is actually a place I can see myself living in. What about you?
for me, I could just do like country/states because not many countries. Countries probably like Dominican Republic. Looks like great place. Love the culture, especially when they be having the parades and stuff. Even though if it's like Puerto Rican, Dominican parades, I like that. And honestly, it's a great environment over there. So Dominican Republic is definitely one of them. Puerto Rico's the other one. And then for like states too, probably like New York because I haven't really been inside New York yet. I mean, there's like some good, but also some bad. And I feel like that, like going to New York is like a really fun experience. And you got two, like big time NBA teams in there, big time NFL teams, and just a bunch of like stuff that can possibly like that you can possibly do in New York. So New York, and I also heard they had probably some of the best pizza. Apparently, I don't know. I didn't say that. Two other states I would say I would want to go to. California, definitely one of them. Hollywood, Los Angeles. Would love to see that. Especially if I could possibly, make it in Staples Center down in LA. That would be great. Yeah, I mean, California looks like a beautiful state to be in. And then I'll say the last one, but not least, I would say, I mean, I already been to the state before, but I haven't been there in like years. Like, I haven't been there since I was like a little kid. I was like 6, 7 years old. And that's when I actually lost my first camera, too, unfortunately. And that's Florida. Especially being in like Miami. I mean, I only been down in like what, Orlando, Florida, but I think Miami, Florida, that's like one specific place I would love to go. I mean, it looks nice, looks beautiful. Actually, one of our guys in the group chat was there not too long ago.
Yeah.
On a cruise. Yeah. I mean, it's just a beautiful.
JB. Shout out JB.
Yeah, shout out him. He was in that first. One of the first few people that hopped on this SummerCast this year. But yeah, it's like just a really nice place, beautiful palm trees. I would love to going down south. So yeah.
Definitely places like around a bunch of water. That's where I want to be. Like wherever water is, I want to go. I just love being by the water.
You just love water, I guess.
Love being around the water, basically.
Yeah. What's some other questions? You had other ones or not?
I'm trying to think.
Alright. I would say, oh yeah, I got one. I got going. Alright. So back to like the basketball part.
Okay.
So in your 4 years at Conrad, who has been the, well actually it can be Conrad, AAU, etc.
Okay.
Who has been the who has been the hardest player that you ever had to guard?
That I ever had to guard.
Whether it was AAU, whether it was Conrad.
Like teammate wise or like game wise?
Game wise. I mean, if you don't have like a specific person who's like really number one, you can just make like at least a top 5.
I'll say
no order.
No, I'll give you the hardest one. Hardest one that I ever had to guard. Amir Jenkins. He played for West Virginia, I think. West Virginia. He started my guard with Amir Jenkins. That was my sophomore AAU summer. And we played him down in a tournament in New Jersey, and we ended up almost beating them. That was when he was on BABC, and I was playing for Cecil Stroud. But we almost beat him. We lost by 3 points. We should have won that game because because going into the tournament, like they was already projected to like win it all because they're an Adidas team. They were in BABC. Everybody knew who they were. But we ended up matching up with them like on a Saturday. It was a Saturday game, so it wasn't an elimination game, and we ended up playing them, and it was a great game. A lot of highlights going on, a lot of dunks. But overall, we put up a really good fight against them, and honestly, to this day, I feel like we should have won. But I don't know. That game had a lot of people at the game, had a lot of coaches there, a lot of just visitors was watching. The energy was live during the game. Very intense environment, I'll say that. But that was, if I had to say, like, hardest person I ever had to guard, like, in a game, definitely him. He comes up first, probably. Yeah.
I mean, I would have the answer, but I haven't played AAU, so. I mean, I pretty much avoided that. I mean, I did, 7-on-7 during the season, or during off season. I mean, I did play some basketball, but it was for, like, a team, like, summer league or whatever. I think
during my AU times, I did play like a lot of like high level players. Like again, like Amir Jenkins was like a 4-star at the time. My junior AU summer, we played Cooper Flagg's younger brother Ace. We ended up playing him at a Made Hoops tournament, but played a good fair competition during my AAU and my 4 years of high school. So I feel like I don't think during AAU I ever had a game that was light. I would say like I feel like we always went against like pretty hard competition, whether it be unknown players that happened to be like way better than we expected, or ended up playing some of the ranked guys like those Amir Jenkins and those Ace Flaggers and stuff like that. But I feel like over my 4 years of high school, um, my 4 years of high school career and AAU career, I feel like I did go against like a lot of tough guys and a lot of guys that could play at a high level. But I feel like I'm at the I'm at the year where like I'm starting to like play at a high level now. Like that pushes you to play at a high level. Like every game is a competition. So I feel like being like put up against those guys early is great. Is great for like it was great for my development, but it's great for anybody's development just going against like tougher competition. And it definitely set me up to play at a higher level now at Albright.
And how about for school ball? Have you ever like who's the hardest player you had to guard during school ball?
Um, during school. There's a lot of good guards in Delaware. Um, there's a lot of good guards. I feel like um, let me think. I played a bunch of tough players, but I haven't been matched up with like the best players in the state. I'll say that.
Mm.
But one person that I do want to give credit on is Latrell Ray. That's my guy. He when he was at Conrad, that was my Stormberg guard. That was my guy. But when he ended up transferring, we ended up playing against him my senior year at Conrad, and he was at Sally's, and we did ended up winning the game. But that was a good showing because one, I spent years playing with him, then I had to spent that one game playing against him. So definitely like seeing how it is to play with him and against him. It's kind of surprising. It's surprising to say like the difference between because me and him already spent like hours during practice and stuff like that. So now being able to like play against each other, it was a great game. The energy was live. It was packed out. Student session was rocking. It was a great game. It was a good game to watch.
I was actually at that game too.
He was at that game. Yeah, it was a great game to watch. But yeah, I feel like that's one player that was like kind of like stood out to me. Like sounds surprising how I spent so much time with him my first 2 years of high school, and now I ended up playing and going against him. It was great because for us it was like a very important game because at the time we were struggling to get into the playoffs, and that was a game we really needed. We kind of had like a gauntlet week when we played Sally's, Middletown, St. George's, and Sanford, all in like a 4-game back-to-back span, and within like a week. So I knew like going into that week we had to try our best, like if we wanted to make the playoffs and play our hardest. So I feel like that game kind of like pushed us in a way. Like it kind of gave us like the energy we needed to like finish the season out strong and hopefully make a playoff push. So yeah.
All right. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. For myself, uh, I mean, I didn't get much like playing time, especially for basketball. That was probably like one of the sports I was like the worst at. For my 4 years though, I think the toughest guy I had to match up against, I'd probably say, like probably either Nick Bayshaw, uh, Howard's point guard or who's committed at DSU, came off the bench, had to guard him, and probably another guy, Amir Robertson from AI. He was one really good player that I had to guard. Um, I mean, we was both playing good. Like we was kind of like trading buckets at one point. And if I stayed in or if I started that game, I feel like I probably that would have been one like by far my best game. Probably would have had a 15, 20 point outing, but hey. I mean, yeah, those are probably two of the hardest guards I'll say in my 4 years that I've guarded. Um, Honorable mention, I would say probably like maybe like Dylan, but I mean when we played against them, he didn't really do as much as I expected. But yeah, that's really it though. What other questions do I have? Um, oh yeah. And I know like some people kind of know, but some people don't know. Like how has the journey been, like for basketball, like starting from like when you was little to middle school to high school to now.
Um, my journey's been kind of it's been a long journey. I'll say that. But starting out as like a little kid, my dad always put a basketball in my hand. Like I would always be playing basketball. He always like I said earlier, like he did a good job like surrounding me around sports. Basketball was just the one that I like really fell in love with. But since a kid, like I've always had a basketball in my hand. I have a basketball court and like damn near my backyard is like a park. So like every day I used to just be out there, just play basketball. But even when I lived over east side, I would always go to Browns Park and just play basketball, just hoop all day, every day. Whether it be with my dad, uncles, family, or I would be out there by myself, just playing by myself. And growing up, I always just like that was my like kind of like my outlet for everything. Like whenever I had a bad day at school, whether I had like whether I had a bad day in general, bad day at school, or I was mad for whatever reason, that was my outlet. Was just go play basketball. So I spent a lot of time just playing out like outside, just all day, all night. There's been times when my mom would just be yelling at me to come in the house because I would be outside at the park till like 2, 3 in the morning. Like it was crazy, but the journey's been far for so long. The middle school was like when like I really like start seeing the levels to it. Like I started playing AAU and I started going out to these tournaments and seeing like the older guys play, or when I just started just seeing like being like introduced to more environments of basketball. Like there's more to just playing at the park and playing with like kids your age and playing with like the older guys that are out there and just being exposed to like the whole like what is basketball, like what like how many people actually play this sport and really put their all into it. And that's when I really started seeing the levels of it. Like as a kid, I used to grow up seeing like watching Bones Highland, seeing him play, or just Elijah Duval and seeing how he came from nowhere and did all that. But like, yeah, you get really exposed to like a lot of people, and that's when I really was like decided to really take it serious because again, like in middle school, I played football, basketball, and baseball, like in middle school. So, but after seeing the levels to it, I started started falling in love with the competition of it, and I guess like being like it's being competitive, and I felt like basketball was like the sport I could be the most competitive in. So I decided to stick to it towards high school, and that's what I did on my 4 years. But I don't know, it's been a long journey. It really has been. Put a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into it. Um, Dealt with like a lot of adversity with it as well. But um, the journey's been long, but I enjoyed every part of it, and it made me to who I am now.
Alright, I like it. I like it. Um, oh yeah, going into every single game too of your career, like what were a couple things you did get your mind like off distractions and just really get into mode and like just like play good and be consistent every single day on the court.
Um, One thing that I kind of struggled with was like nervousness, like before games. Like definitely my freshman and sophomore year, anybody could tell you that. Whether it be in all my coaches will tell you that I've always dealt with like some type of nervousness. But one sophomore year, I remember my head coach McLean, really had a talk to us before a practice, and it was about having a routine. And it was about just having a routine to settle your body and really like settle your mind and body so you can be relaxed going into the game. And so like starting a routine before practice routine, before games routine, just start setting a routine to yourself so you can stay consistent. And once he introduced me to that, that's when I really like decided to try it out. And that's when like I really kill all nervousness, and that's where like I really like began to thrive as soon as I got rid of that. So now I have a routine for everything, whether it be going to the gym, waking up in the morning having a routine, going to the gym having a routine, before practice have a routine, like just have a routine for everything. So that's how you stay consistent.
All right. And last question before we get out of here. What would be your motivation to the youth and everybody who is coming to play basketball in Delaware or just any state next year?
Um, Definitely just put your all into it. Don't don't proceed with life with regrets. I mean, just put your all into it. Don't pick up a basketball and don't put your all into it. Then you're gonna regret it later. Thinking to yourself that like you could have been something when you didn't, but you didn't because you didn't put your all into it. So put your all into everything you do. Just like believe in yourself, and it will take you as far as you believe. So I feel like that's what I had to do was just believe in myself. That's how I kept that nervousness. I believed in myself and stuck through it. So just always believe in yourself. Don't give up, and yeah, just stick to it. It's gonna get hard. I promise it's gonna get hard, but I don't know what the like when it's hard. That's when you really see like if you want it or not, and just stick through it all.
All right. I like the answer. I like the answer.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And that will be it for today's video. Marcel, thank you for being on here once again.
Of course.
And we will see y'all on day 5 coming soon. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to follow Marcel. You want to say your Instagram?
CE1IOOO. Celio. Yeah.
Yes, Celio. And also don't forget to follow my main account at 1of AT. And we will see y'all next week. Peace.